Swami Siddhartha Chaitanya Dasa from ISKCON, and many more such gracious events. This time as well, we have found an expert lectures and cultural activities for you all. Now I would like to request our Director General Madam Dr. Tripta Thakur to honor Professor S.K. Tovar, Vice Chancellor J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology YMCA, with a shawl and a saffron. So much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request our Principal Director, Madam Dr. Manju ma'am, to present staffing to our Director General, Madam. I now request our Director, Shri L.K. Srivastava, sir, to present staffing to our Principal Director, Madam. Thank you so much, dignitaries. What makes a true leader? How a true leader stands out. A pessimist complains about the way, an optimist tries to change it, and a leader adjusts the sail. The sail for this particular notion was adjusted by a person who is not only a great motivation to all of us, but a visionary and the person who gave us the belief to bring together this event. She is none other than our Director General. Before requesting our Director General, Madam, to welcome the gathering and brief the participants, I would like to brief about her. Dr. Tripta Thakur is the Director General of National Power Training Institute, before which she was the Head and Professor of Electrical Engineering Department at the Manor Bhopal. She has been recipient of several awards and fellowships, such as Commonwealth Research Scholar at University of Dundee, UK, Commonwealth Academic Fellow in Open Senior Research at Durham University. She has also been a consultant for evolving a possible common South Asian electricity markets. Ma'am has teaching and research experience of 28 years and has nearly 100 publications in various journals and conferences to her credit. She was also appointed as the consultant for the technical evaluation of rehabilitation of Sardar Sarovar project by the Supreme Court of India and consultant for South Asia issue for SAFMA for common electricity market in SAF nations. Ma'am is a graduate in electrical engineering with master's degree in power electronics from IIT Kanpur and has a PhD in energy management from IIT Delhi and University of Dundee, UK. Ma'am, I now request to please come to the podium and address the participants.
Thank you very much, Asha. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome our chief guest, Dr. Sushil Kumar Tomar, Vice Chancellor, very renowned University of Haryana, J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology, YMCA. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and gracing the first foundation of the year 2023. And all my dear participants, my faculty member, Manju Madam, and all the directors and faculty sitting in front of me. So it's a great honor to welcome all of you in NPTI for 3 weeks mandatory foundation training program. I just would like to give you the brief background how this course was conceptualized, and when our Honorable Minister Shri R.K. Singh Ji, who is a great visionary and leading the Indian power sector as a minister from the past 8 years. And we have seen what a tremendous growth took place in Indian power sector. We have been able to provide electricity to all, and we are aiming to provide electricity to all for 24/7. So when he came here, he gave this idea that why not we should have one mandatory foundation training program for all the new recruitees of CPSUs. So his aim was, and we are trying to follow that aim, that first that as the sector is changing, sector is very dynamic. First of all, I really would like to congratulate all of you for joining such a dynamic sector. Electricity sector is one of the major infrastructure sector, and you all are going to contribute towards the progress of India by being a part of major infrastructure electricity sector. So I know all of you are screamed because you got a good score in GATE. That's why you are sitting here. So the first aim is to, as the sector is changing, very dynamic, energy transition is taking place. So in this energy transition era, it's so important to understand what is happening. Whatever way we have developed so far, this is not going to continue. We all know that digitalization is penetrating everywhere, and we all know how important it is to environmental concern. So in this energy transition era, it's so important to understand all segments which are involved in electricity sector. So the basic aim for designing this mandatory foundation program is to give you 360-degree view of electricity sector in this changing scenario. So some of you may be from NTPC, so you will be working towards generation. So it's so important to you to understand the distribution and transmission. Whenever the induction training program, which is usually a one-year program by CPSUs, you will understand the generation sector very deeply. But you, in this training program, you will get a chance to understand transmission, new technologies, digitalization, all AI, ML. So this course will give you a 360-degree view of what is happening in the power sector. So this was the first objective which Honorable Minister R.K. Singh ji has told us to design. And the second is that all CPSUs people should know each other. So there should be a bonding in terms of batch. So we unfortunately in this batch, because other recruitment has not taken place, so majority of people are coming from NTPC, but rest of the people are from different CPSU. So the aim is that you should make friendship. So in case in your journey of putting your services, if you want to have some difficulty, if you have some difficulty in transmission or you have some queries in distribution, you can remember that, oh, my friend is there who is working in NHPC. So I will ask anything, I am stuck in hydro. So this is the way that you make friendship and batch feeling, and this training will provide you this opportunity. And you, as you are joining this new training program, you will make new friends. Even in your organization, also you had an opportunity to make friendship. Third, it is so important nowadays to have something more than academia. So to make you a complete holistic personality, so that you have enough confidence to lead the life. Life is much more than what we are earning. Your education is not only for earning, it's something else. So here we have also designed a holistic development of your personality by engaging you in the evening hours, by giving you an exposure of Indian art, culture, music, and the motivation lecture. So, and the sports facility is also available. You will, you can play, you can make your team, you can have your own competition. So all this 3 weeks, I really would like that you will be fully engaged. Don't feel this is a jail. That you are engaged since morning doing yoga at 7 a.m. and then till 7:30 you are engaged in various cultural activities. Please try to involve and try to learn, because this is a good opportunity. You are the young people and you are the hopes of our country, because you are going to contribute for the major infrastructure, which is electricity sector. Without electricity, nothing is possible. So you are going to contribute a lot. So please learn, have a fun, and you will remember this 3-week training program of NPTI forever in your life. Because you cannot miss your BTech. You know that how important to meet the BTech students, your alumni, and this will give you a lot of energy. Similarly, this batch you will remember forever. NPTI is the National Training Institute, which is the apex body of Ministry of Power. We have 11 centers across India. So we will meet often again and again, when you will come for doing many mandatory training programs or any other training program. Our journey is not stopping here after 3 weeks. We will meet again and again. So this is the first chance we are with you, and I hope you will enjoy this 3 week. In case of any difficulty, I also live in this campus and many faculty live in the campus, and your coordinator will solve all of your problems. So I hope you will enjoy. Welcome to this 3 week training program, and thank you so much for joining. And I really would like to give my thanks to the organization for inspiring you and providing training to all of you. And again, my thanks to the Ministry of Power for having such a vision where they can give the mandatory foundation training program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening our participants and motivating them with the words of wisdom. It is always a pleasure to hear from you. Before inviting our chief guest to the podium, it will be my honor to introduce him. Professor Sushil Kumar Tomar is a distinguished academician, researcher, and educational administrator. He is currently the Vice Chancellor of J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology, formerly known as YMC University of Science and Technology. Professor Tomar, who is also known as mathematician, assumed the office of Vice Chancellor on 22nd February 2022 as the 7th Vice Chancellor of the University. He is also an elected Fellow of National Academy of Science, India, NASI, and a recipient of P.L. Bhatnagar Award Lecture of Indian Mathematical Society. His extensive experience and knowledge makes him an ideal choice to deliver the inaugural address at our inaugural ceremony. We are deeply grateful for his presence. It is now my honor to invite Professor S.K. Thomas sir to the podium to deliver his inaugural address.
Dr. Richa Thakurji, Mahanideshak, National Power Training Institute, Dr. Manju Ma'am, Principal Director, NPTI, Ahmedabad, worthy faculty members, dear participants, and other invited guests. I'm happy to learn that the 3-week mandatory foundation training program is being conducted at this institute. Today, India has a very crucial position in the world. And you are well aware that India is emerging as the power in the world. First and foremost thing is that we are going to beat the population of any country in the June 2023. We are going to be the largest populated country. But what is important in this is that we have the maximum number of youth, that is power, in our country. It is around 64% of our total population is less than 35 years. Now, how can we utilize this manpower to achieve those goals where we did not dream? It was told here that this electricity is the most important thing today. And that too, the renewable energy in the form of renewable energy. Number of ways are there to produce electric power. Through coal burning and then coming up with this thermal power generation is going on in the world since long. Hydroelectric power generation is another area. Solar electric power generation is another area. But have you ever pondered upon that every area has some bad effect on the society? Nuclear power generation, which is running successfully in the advanced countries like Japan or US, they have started thinking that the sources of ore metal or ore material required for nuclear power or for thermal power generation plants, they are limited. And we should change to other idea. It is basically the idea which is the cheapest one, but can revolutionize everything. Let us talk about the present scenario in which a transformation is taking place. There was a time when the industrial revolution took place, and that could help us to grow our country and could raise the economy. That is wrong. Other type of similar revolution, they took place in the past, like in agriculture field. Many of you are not aware that India was not sufficient in food generation, in grain generation. So a kind of green revolution came into being, through which we are now self-sufficient. And now another kind of revolution is coming, which is known as the information or knowledge revolution. Google did not create any industry, but I think Google is the most powerful thing today, and it's generating so much of money, giving employment. So it's a kind of revolution, and this revolution is demanding what you call the skilled person. And we are blessings in disguise that India is having 64% of the population as young, which means the young mind, which means that we need to train the young mind to get into the field of this skilled manpower. And this skilled manpower will certainly bring a revolution in the present scenario. And what is need today? Need today is to train this manpower. Reskilling and upskilling of this manpower will certainly make an impact to the whole world. And in this way, India will grow to newer height and no doubt will become the Vishnu Guru. This program is in the same consonance. What is the idea behind this? You all have cleared GATE examination. Now, to utilize or to give more impetus to your potential. It is the requirement of today that a proper training should be given. In different areas, and these trained people will certainly find out the best way to make India self-sufficient or Atmanirbhar in every field. One sector of the electricity is being attended today the most, which is the solar power generation. But recently I came across some of the drawbacks of this power sector. Keeping in view that the Rajasthan is not much fertile, and particularly in the desert areas, the land can be utilized. And what they did, they planted number of solar plants to collect the maximum sun rays and to convert those sun rays into electricity. But what had happened in this process? The pools in which the people living there used to fetch water, they dried up. Moreover, these solar plates needs cleaning, and that cleaning is being done through water. So, double water is required now, which is now becoming a negative in this sector. You cannot do it. The whole Rajasthan will dry up. So we have to think another way in this direction. Last year, I was visiting Japan and I was talking to my collaborator that your electricity is being produced by nuclear reactors. How do you think that, how long will you survive? He said that we have started thinking in this direction since long, but no solution to take place yet. And the government has decided to go ahead with the same situation, that is the nuclear power generation for the next 20 years. Now, it is very much clear that only one source of electric generation cannot help us. We need multiple ways of power generation. It may be something like the hydroelectric power generation, maybe the wind electric power generation, this may be solar power generation, thermal power generation, and so on. So this is the present scenario. But I'm sure that the people of our country, like you, who has domain knowledge and are particularly being inducted for the purpose of exploring more and more power sector, will come up with best solution. There is no doubt in it. And this time, every country is looking towards India. The reason is simple. The intelligentsia of India was well known since long. Not today, since the time of Nalanda, Takshila. And in between that, you look at that every doctor or engineer outside the country is Indian. The whole US is surviving because of the Indian engineers and doctors. So that is a known fact that India has the best intelligent people, best intelligentsia. So there is no doubt that we are proud of our people. The only thing is that the skill-oriented training is required to be given, and this institute or this particular program is in the same direction, and I must congratulate the organizers for conducting this program. Rather, this program should be opened to all people who are competent and are willing to contribute in this direction for our country. Because the idea cannot flourish in isolation. You need to disseminate your idea with other people for further refinement. And it has been told by Dr. Prabhuji that you need not to learn only the skilled things here. You need to nurture certain other things which will help us to grow our society, will make the society more generous. Today, we come across some incidences which are not wanted here. And the outcome of those things that somewhere is some deficiency in the whole education system which is prevailing today. NEP 2020 has incorporated all such factors. One important thing which I would reiterate here: you will be given opportunity to grow yourself mentally, physically, emotionally and spiritually. Doing yoga will make your life better, more balanced. Playing games, competitive sportsmanship will keep away from the ego, which is generally small or larger sense is there in everyone. And third thing, the inculcation of harmony in the society. You will be tomorrow's ambassador. When you will go into the society, you yourself will be teacher to others. Therefore, this opportunity is the golden opportunity for you. How to manage the things, how to live with each other with harmony, and how to think, how to make our character as the national character. Because wherever we generally point out that things are not being carried out properly, means that it is not the fault of the system, it is the fault of ours. Sanitation derived, plantation derived. Where is the flaw? Everything is there. But who has to follow it? Who will keep our trains, buses, metros clean? Whose one is the duty? It is our owners. And how can you be a teacher? Just by showing you as a model. Wherever you see that it is my country and it is my duty to keep metro clean. If some garbage is lying there for small things and the things are like controllable to your end, You can pick up the same small piece of paper or whatever it is and put it in the dustbin. And this is what has been practiced in the last few years. And now the result is that our railway stations are much, much cleaner and beyond the expectation that we can see the things today like this. So this actually everything comes from yourself. It has been said in a literature of English that your freedom ends there from where the nose of others starts. So up to the nose of others, you are free to do. That means you are not entering into the area of others. You have to show, you have to project yourself as a role model for coming generation. The simple way out is, whatever the behavior you will possess in your family, that will be followed by your children. Education is not the name of any degree. It is basically your behavior, your habits, your actions, which will prove how much educated you are. Therefore, everybody is a teacher here and everybody is a student. This is a golden opportunity, I said earlier also, where you will learn a lot of things from each other. No one is perfect in this world. Rather, perfection is a thing which can never be achieved. It can always be approached. So along with this skilled educated training program, this part of learning from each other in order to give betterness to our society, the part of this teaching and learning should be integral. And we must utilize it the most. As far as the learning is concerned in the particular area, it varies. Some of you may be more innovative, maybe fast learner. Some of you may be slow learner, but maybe having good habits so that the other people, other colleagues, other peers, they will learn those things which they might have never thought that I will improve myself in this way. So with these words, I must congratulate the holders and the holders of this training program, and I wish you all the best for the starting and as well as great going in this program. Your takeaway would be much better, whatever you have dreamt, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thanks so much, sir, for delivering inspiring and informative address. Your valuable insights and vision have set the tone for this program. We are deeply grateful for your presence here today and we acknowledge the importance of your guidance and expertise. I now request our Director General Madam Dr. Tripta Thakur to present memento to Professor S.K. Thomas, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony, I would like to invite our Principal Director, Dr. Manju ma'am, to deliver the vote of thanks. She has been instrumental in the planning and execution of this event, and we are fortunate to have her leadership and expertise guiding us. Thank you, Ms. Asta. Good morning, everyone. Respected Professor S.K. Thomas, sir, Vice Chancellor J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology, Faridabad, Dr. Datta Thakur, Director General NPTI, Dr. N.K. Srivastav, Dr. Shri D.S. Samuji, Directors, Dr. Vatsala, all the faculty members and program coordinators, and the participants from various organizations like NTPC, DBC, CPRI. On behalf of NPTI fraternity, I extend my gratitude to Professor S.K. Tomarji, Vice Chancellor, J.C. Bose University, for accepting our request to be the chief guest during the inaugural function of the 6th Mandatory Foundation Training Program for the new entrants of various CPSUs. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us on this occasion. We thank you for you and your faculty for all the support extended to NPTI during our various programs that we have conducted together. And in the future also, we'll take more opportunities to be conducting some more programs together. Thank you so much, sir. I'm grateful to Dr. Datta Thakur, Director General NPTI, for her continuous guidance and support throughout until the last moment that radiated the source of energy within us. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being there with us. I thank Sri N.R. Halder, Director Training, and his all the officers under him. We have our Dr. Mahendraji, Dr. Parmar, Mr. Rahul, and so many other faculty members who are associated with this program, directly and indirectly supporting him and coordinating the various activities involved for this 3 weeks training program. I would also like to thank the media network team, also the our support team, Mr. Amit, Mr. Ashutosh, Mr. Rishabh, Mr. Tushar, and the others associated. My sincere thanks to all the management of the participating CPSUs, that is NTPC, CPRI, and DBC, for nominating the participants for this 3 weeks mandatory foundation training program. Thank you all. Thank you to the participants, and I am sure that you will have a wonderful stay at NPTI and you will go back satisfied. Thank you so much. Thank you.